Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Leena. I have planned to discuss previous year questions of IIT JAM. So first we will discuss the basic concept of the topic and then I will solve the questions based on that topic. So today I am going to start the topic sequence and series. So first of all, we will discuss about convergent sequence. Convergent sequence, a sequence is said to be convergent if limit of that sequence is finite. Say for example, I have the sequence an, and if limit of an when n tends to infinity, it exists finitely, we say that the sequence an is convergent. Example, so let us take 1 by 3, 1 by 3 square, 1 by 3 cube and so on, 1 by 3 raised to power n. Here an is 1 by 3 raised to power n. Now when you take the limit of an when n approaches to infinity, so on taking the limit you will get the answer as 0. So which is a finite number. So that's why the sequence an is said to be convergent. So the simple concept is there. Convergent sequence means if limit of the sequence it exists finitely. Then we have divergent sequence. If limit of the sequence is infinite, that is it is positive infinity or negative infinity, then the sequence is said to be divergent. For example, or you can take the sequence as an, and if limit of an as n approaches to infinity is infinite, then this sequence is said to be divergent. Next, the example is, let us take an sequence as m. So if limit of an when n approaches to infinity or limit n when n approaches to infinity, it comes out to be infinity. So this implies the sequence an is divergent. And if I take an as minus 3 raised to power n and I am going to take its limit, when n approaches to infinity, it comes out to be minus infinity. So the sequence an is divergent. Now we come to the concept of series. So what do you mean by an infinite series? Infinite series is if un is a sequence of real number, then the expression u1 plus u2 and so on plus un is called an infinite series. Now it can be written like summation un. This is the infinite series where terms they may be u1, u2, u3, they may be positive or they may be negative. Sn. What do you mean by Sn? If we add the first n terms, then it is said to be the nth partial sum of the series. So in sequence you have terms like u1, u2, u3 and so on. But if they got added or subtracted, then that sequence is said to be the infinite sequence. Now the next result is an infinite series un. It converges, diverges or oscillates finitely or infinitely according to the sequence Sn of its partial sum converges, diverges or oscillates. So we can't check the behavior of infinite series. We check the behavior of infinite series through the sequence Sn, where Sn is the sequence of the partial sums. So if sequence of partial sum Sn, it converges, series will converge. If it diverges, series will diverge. If it oscillates, then series will oscillate. Next result is the series sigma un converges or is said to be convergent if sequence Sn of its partial sum converges. Thus, the series is convergent if limit Sn when n approaches to infinity is finite. Similarly, the series diverges if sequence of the partial sum it diverges or limit of Sn when n approaches to infinity, this is positive infinity or negative infinity. Then you have geometric series. The geometric series, it is like 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on. Now this geometric series, it converges if x it lies between -1 and 1. Diverges if x is greater than equal to 1. Oscillates finitely if x is equal to -1. Oscillates infinitely if x is equal to less than -1. So these are the conditions for a geometric series to be converge, diverge or oscillates. Then you have necessary condition for the convergence. If a series sigma un is convergent, then limit of un when n approaches to infinity, this is equal to 0. Now the second result is, if limit un when n approaches to infinity is 0, then series may or may not converge. So converge is not true. Series is convergent if its limit exists finitely. Converse is if limit exists finitely, series it may or may not converge. Then we have the test. Let sigma un and sigma vn be two positive terms. If limit un by vn n approaches to infinity, this is equal to L, which is finite and non-zero, then both series sigma un and vn converge or diverge together. And if limit un by vn n approaches to infinity, this is equal to 0 and sigma vn it converge, then sigma un also converge. Third condition is, if limit un by vn n approaches to infinity, this is equal to infinity and sigma vn it diverge, then sigma un also diverge. So these are the conditions for the convergence and divergence when you have two positive term series un and vn. So we will do the questions based on these. Next you have p-test. What do you mean by p-test? If you have the series like sigma 1 by n raised to power p, now this series converges if p is greater than 1, diverges if p is less than is equal to 1. Next you have D'Alembert's ratio test. What it says, if sigma un is a positive term series and limit un plus 1 divided by un n approaches to infinity is L, then the series is convergent if L is less than 1 and series is divergent if L is greater than 1. So series will be given to us. So we will just check that limit n approaches to infinity un plus 1 upon un if it exists finitely. If it exists finitely and is less than 1, then series is convergent. If it is greater than 1, then series is divergent. The Cauchy's root test. What the Cauchy's root test says, again we have un as positive term series and sigma un raised to power 1 by n. This is equal to L. Then series is convergent if L is less than 1. Series is divergent if L is greater than 1. Next we have Rabi's test. Again un is a positive term series and limit n approaches to infinity n un upon un plus 1 minus 1 is equal to L. Now series is convergent if L is greater than 1 and is divergent if L is less than 1. So this is about the basic concept. Some more concepts I will discuss in the next video. Okay, thanks to all. Subscribe the channel, like and share. Thanks again.